Hello and welcome back. After reviewing my last video, I realized I made it much longer than it needed to be. So in these next several shorter videos, I'll focus on one point at a time as we take another look at Moses' prophecies of Israel's last days from Deuteronomy chapters 31 to 32, and then compare them to their first century fulfillments. Now, first is a prophecy about Israel's last days, Deuteronomy 31, verse 29, and I quote, "For I know that after my death you will become utterly corrupt and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you, and evil will befall you in the latter days, because you will do evil in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands." Now we'll observe Deuteronomy 32, verses 20 and verse 29. We have to do a word search first for the word end that appears in each of the verses. And that Hebrew word for end is akarith. It is Strong's number 319. Now, the Brown Driver Briggs lexicon describes akarith as a feminine noun with the sense of afterpart or end or hindermost. Prophetically, and it notes Deuteronomy 32:20, the lexicon records it as final lot. So now I quote verse 20, God is speaking, and he said, "I will hide my face for them. I will see what their end will be, for they are a perverse generation, children in whom is no faith." 29, oh, that they were wise, that they understood this, that they would consider their latter end. Now, here's some verses in the New Testament that correlate to these Old Testament predictions as Israel was in her last days. Now, I trust many of these verses will be familiar to you. Now, Hebrews 1:2, God, who at various times and in various ways spoke in time past to the fathers by the prophets, has in these last days spoken to us by his Son, whom he has appointed heir of all things, through whom also he made the worlds. Also in Hebrews 9:26, he then would have had to suffer often since the foundation of the world, but now once at the end of the ages, he has appeared to put away sin by the sacrifice of himself. 1 Peter 1:20, he indeed was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you. Peter 4:7, but the end of all things is at hand, therefore be serious and watchful in your prayers. 1 Corinthians 10:11, now all these things happened to them as examples, and they were written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the ages have come. Acts 2:15-17, for these are not drunk as you suppose, since it is only the third hour of the day. But this is what was spoken of by the prophet Joel. And it shall come to pass in the last day, says God, that I will pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your young men shall see visions. Your old men shall see dreams. And lastly, John 2:18, 1 John 2:18, little children, it is the last hour, and as you have heard that the Antichrist is coming, even now many Antichrists have come, by which we know that it is the last hour. We'll stop here for now. We'll continue soon. So please comment and please subscribe. I would be greatly honored. Augustus, out.